about your math workshop, and let's talk about things that I know that you didn't want to tell me, but that's fine. It'll be okay. We're only going to do 13 today. We're going to say 14 for tomorrow. 13, they give us some formula, and they ask us to rearrange it. 2 points if you can identify the formula.
I know what it is.
2 points if you can identify the formula. No, that was negative.
Distance formula.
That's why it says D equals, because it's distance. You get 2 points. Now, did you have to identify the formula in order to solve the problem? No. But, did it help? I think. So what we're supposed to do is somehow rearrange this bad boy and solve for x2. So, it's really depressing because nothing's going to leave. It's like when you do feng shui in your living room, or when I rearrange the tables or desks in here. Everything still stays. I just might put it in a different order. And that's what we're going to do. So x2 is not going to go away. D is not going to go away. We're still going to have all the variables. That's why it's really annoying. Okay, I've got to get x2 by itself. So first things first, I've got to get rid of the house. What can I do to get rid of that square root? You're going to have to square it. Yes, Lauren said it first. You're going to have to square it to get rid of the square root. That makes sense. If you square it, it kills off the square root. So we have you do. So it's d squared equals x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. They ask you then to continue solving. They want you to solve for x2. So since we don't want any of the y's and the y piece was added, I'm going to do what to both sides? Subtract. Yes, Brittany gets the point. So I'm going to have d squared minus the y piece, which is y2 minus y1 squared, equals the x piece, x2 minus x1 squared. So we're getting closer. I mean, x2 is getting more and more free from those bothering him. We really need to free him from x1, but before we can do that, we're going to have to get rid of the squared. How can we kill off the squared? Brittany gets the point. If you take the square root of both sides, it's going to kill off the squared. So we'll have square root of d squared minus y2 minus y1 squared equals x2 minus x1. And we're almost done. We have one step left. What is that one last step? If we add x1 to both sides, and that's 2 and 4, get the point. If we add x1 to both sides, so we'll still have d squared minus y2 minus y1 squared plus x1 equals x2. So it's really a giant pain, and it took a lot of time. But we finally rearranged the formula, so x2 is by himself. Now, why would they put something like that on the ACT? Because a lot of people give up. I mean, it's just checking, do you know your order of operations? But a lot of people give up because of the amount of variables. If we had a problem like 3x plus 2y equals 6, and we said solve for y, well, you'd say, okay, 2y equals negative 3x plus 6, divide by 2, so y equals negative 3 halves x plus 3. Like that, that's what you would rather see because you know how to do it. But most people know how to do that. So instead of putting in a lot of numbers, they put in a lot of variables. And sadly, most of us get frustrated and quit on math problems the more variables they include. Okay, are there any questions about this bad boy? Number 14 looks hard, but they gave you a table, so it's actually really easy. We will save it for tomorrow. Yesterday. I think I've seen most people, let's back up beyond yesterday. 2 days ago, we did a rectangles activity. If you never showed me your rectangles activity, then you were behind. And knowing me, I probably typed in the 0, so you want to rectify that as quickly as possible. Goodness, hiccups. Yesterday, you were supposed to do the handshaking activity. I'm going to say, if you got to at least number 5, which was a giant table, if you at least got to the giant table, you can show me, and I'll give you all your points. If you did beyond the giant table, I'm going to give you bonus. So did you get to number 5 on the handshaking activity, and did you show it to me? Because there are quite a few who haven't showed it to me yet. But now that they're here, all I've got to do is reach the table. I'm sure I'll see their work now. Okay. Beyond that, we are going to skip some names. 1, 2, skip a few, 100. So we are going to skip the next section. It says 3.3.2, counting squares. If you are like Lauren and Claire, and you have already tried starting this activity, I will give you points for doing it. I'm just saying we're not going to spend a whole class day on it. So if you've done the 3.3.2, that's great. You don't have to. Show me and get bonus. Okay, after 3.3.2 is 3.4.1. Now we're going to skip it for now as well, but if I were you, I'd put a star next to it and put Compton Loves It or something, because I love this one with Sherlock Holmes. It just, don't feel like going that deep today. But I really like it. So while we may skip it for now, I can totally feel myself coming back to it one day, because that makes me sad to skip it forever. So our one activity today is 3.4.2. It's got 5 problems. I'm going to help you with the first one, and then you're going to be on your own. I would like to remind you that the 3-5 exercises are due on Friday, is what I said. And how many of them do you have to do? 1 and 2. 1 and 2 get a point. If you did all 16, what would you get? You would get bonus. 1 and 3 get a point. You would get bonus if you do more. You only have to do 12. However, you've not been completely honest with me, have you, about Friday?
What's going on Friday?
Senior Skills Day.
So what we're going to say is that, well, I would love to see it on Friday. I'm not going to cry or actually type it in I now until the end of the day on Monday. So I'll give you till the end of the day on Monday if you're one of my people who are not going to be here Friday. That's fine. Then we're still going to work on it. Then you'd have a lot of class time on it, so you could get more than the 12 done and get you some bonus. That would be smart. Absolutely. As long as your book is in the room Monday afternoon, I'm good to go. So if you need to take it home because you're not going to be here on Friday, so you want to take it home and do it over the weekend, that's fine. I don't care.
The math workshop 1 through 8.
Did I?
It's supposed to be done.
10, 16, 1 through 8. Mine are done.
1 through 8.
I didn't do those yesterday in here. Oh, I need to do those tomorrow. Okay, Lauren, we'll do them all tomorrow. My bad. Thank you, Lauren. You can have an extra point for being awesome. Okay. Why do you need my help before I let you go on this one?
Because they're squares.
And squares are different than rectangles, right?
It doesn't look different.
This one. Not that one.
Okay.
I just showed it to you yesterday.
Oh, that's what you're showing me? Okay, good. This one.
I need to start with
Yep.
or finish this.
Yeah, this is the one we're going to do. Okay, and I'm not even going to tell you the answer because you're clearly too smart for me. What's the difference between a square and a rectangle?
With a square, all sides are equal.
Yeah, rectangle
Okay.
is long.
Okay,
A square can be a rectangle, but a rectangle can't be a square.
so are you surprised I lost you at some point? Oh, how sad.
Not really.
Are you surprised to hear that we're going to get different numbers today because squares are different than rectangles? Are you surprised? I'm not. Does it end up following a pattern? Yes, it does. But for instance, 1, 2, 3, is that a square or a rectangle?
Rectangle.
That's a rectangle, whereas 1, 2, 6, 7 is a square. You should end up getting 14 squares on number 1. If you need help with number 1, come see me. Beyond that, it's a pretty nice one. I just wrote all over your book, Royale. My bad. Ma'am.
Okay. Wait. On 3.2, it says the rectangles, but they're opposites.
Yes. So a square.
And the square is a trinity.
Okay, so this is a square, right? This is a square, right? Okay, so a square has all 4 sides the same length, and it has right angles. The difference between a square and a rectangle is that a rectangle has only opposite sides same length. So squares are even more super special because they have all 4, not just opposites. So a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square.
So since we added like, for the rectangles, we added like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you're still going to have all the babies. So you still have 10. And then we have 11 for 1, 2, 6, 7. 12 for 2, 3, 7, 8. 13 for 3, 4, 8, 9. And then 14 for 4, 5, 9, 10. The 2 by 2s. This. That. A 2 by 2. So there ends up being 4 of the big ones, and then there were 10 tiny ones. So that time ends up being 14. So hold on, let me. So like the 1 by 1s, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So then for the 2 by 2s, it was the square that is 1, 2, 6, 7, the square that is 2, 3, 7, 8, the square that is 3, 4, 8, 9, and the square that is 4, 5, 9, 10. That's how I'm getting 14. So it's the 10 baby squares, and then 11, 12, 13, 14. Because each little small square is a square. And then the 4 big ones. Okay. Okay, let me freeze that. I don't have my book and then answer this question.